friends the same. Yeah, women don't treat their friends the same as they treat their men.
Thank
So
you.
you have no idea how that woman is treating a man or how she would treat you. They act totally as supportive as they are with you. They're the opposite with their men.
Okay.
Facts.
What I'm saying
Totally.
is that, so listen, I'm saying I do plan to be married for sure. I do plan to have children, have a family, all of that. I'm saying that because I am a person that also spreads my love around to friends and family and stuff like that, I'm not going to be so dependent on my husband. I have friends that are like that, that they can't function without their man. They can't think, can't do anything without their husband. And that's because, and then when something happens, fall apart completely. They have no other ties.
Huh?
Space to be in. So it's like, I'm saying you got to be able to spread that around and be able to be a functioning, like you said, productive member of society, not just a productive wife or a productive husband.
But that's the marriage fault. Their marriage shouldn't be set up based on just him and her. He is the one that's leading, supposedly should have a plan and say, hey, you need to go and do these things. So if something were to happen to me, you would be okay. Or he can make more money for her to have saved up. So if something was to happen to him, she'll be okay. What you're talking about sounds like dysfunctional marriage.
Wait, you said what? I'm sorry for again.
She said, "What the things you're talking about is dysfunctional ways of looking at marriage."
Go ahead. We're gonna go Sweeney and Trev. Gotta get pink pineapple in there as well. Go ahead, Sweeney.
Hey Jasmine, I just got one question for you, and then I'm done after this. So based off of what you said, you gave examples of the reason why you would do the things that you do, right? And you said because you have friends that can't function without their men. Do you have any examples of good marriages that you can actually model your decision making after off of, rather than modeling your decision making off of the dysfunctional ones that you saw, where a woman can't, her brain fucking short circuits just because her man ain't around? I don't think that should be anything that you should be looking to as an example to inform your decision making.
Yes,
Great question.
I've seen a lot of great successful marriages that, they stay together, they're still together after years. Even my grandparents, they've been married for 50 plus years, and I watched them, work the household together. Granddad covers the bills. That's why I look to men in a certain way, because of the way he is and everything. And I'm looking for a particular type of man because of the household I grew up in. So, and then I watch my grandma and the way she's a homemaker and the way she does things, and she's a Christian and all that stuff. So it's like, I'm modeling it based on their marriage, but then
She needed to spread her Wi-Fi around.
just in case I'm frozen, they're more fun, they're more communicative, they're more, the younger people that are married and stuff like that haven't been married that long. I've seen relationships like that as well. So I want to be, with someone I enjoy, someone that, we enjoy each other, but we also build together, we're strategizing together, all that type of thing, but also still trust each other and not insecure, so we can have friendships and other things like that.
Okay.
All right. Hey, go ahead, Trev, and let's get pink pineapple in there. I'm gonna have to close this one now so we get to the next topic.
Yeah, I still believe it all boils down to just how selfish we are as individuals. We don't know how to love each other, right? Communities, I understand it. I strongly believe that a strong family builds a strong community, builds a strong society, and that's where we get it wrong because of our individualism. That's what we have. We are too consumed with our own individual needs and mostly our wants, unrealistic expectations. That's what we are full of, right? We expect this person to fulfill every desire that we have, and it's impossible and it's unsustainable. If we at least would just put ourselves to the side for a second, our egos, our desires, just for a second, to just look and say, you know what? How could I actually make my counterpart happy? How can I make this a cohesive relationship versus me just depending on them for everything that I want? We don't ever really take the time to think about that. We have a whole laundry list of things that we expect in a relationship, and that's fine. But what is it that you're actually contributing to? Do we even care about family anymore? We don't even take the time to educate our children. Most of us grew up without financial literacy, right? Fortunately, they do kind of teach it in schools today, but I still find Gen Zers who count change, much less write a check or balance a checkbook, or definitely don't know how to invest, right? That's why we're broke right now. We don't have any wealth because we leave behind debt instead of wealth. What the hell are we even doing? Right? And we take this family thing and say, oh, you know what? I'm not really worried about that. And that's why we're screwed up, because our predecessors didn't give a damn about us enough to educate us, to give us financial literacy, to show us how to actually run a household. We don't know anything. So if we don't know anything and we're not hell bent on learning everything, then we're completely doomed. I'm cool.
All right. Go ahead, Pink Pineapple.
Yeah, no, if you don't have the right mindset, it's not going to work. And yes, I do think, unfortunately, caring for your parents, if you're not financially stable or equipped for life, can hinder you as a human being. Because I've seen people who lived with their mother because she was sick for a multitude of years and was never able to find a husband, because she felt so consumed by the pressure that was associated with taking care of her mother. And she blamed, that as a reasoning, but also that she had another purpose. And I think that everybody has a purpose associated with what it is and what they believe in and how they like a family construct. And that's just the basis of it. That's it for me.
All right. Andrea, you want to say anything?
Okay. Can you- Okay. So this is why I advocate for women, picking up feministic ideologies, and I advocate for feminism to the full extent, because I think that when we discuss certain conversations like this, like, I don't even know, I personally I don't understand why we put so much pressure and so much like heaviness on marriage and tethering ourselves to another individual before we seek fulfillment within our own lives. I don't think that we're selfish. I think that we can be self-full, and acknowledging that we have to first make sure ourselves are fulfilled with what we're doing, and then we can spread love to other people. But I think when people are when people are saying it's wrong to prioritize yourself or it's selfish, I think that that's people pleasing. And I think that I don't know, I think that it can be dangerous in some ways. And I just think all the women should, invest in understanding what feminism is about before you guys just jump into a marriage because people told you should be doing it.
But how are
And
you
just
gonna spread
and
love
just
to other people if y'all not creating people? When is that gonna start if you don't get married?
I think that can start whenever you feel like you really want to do that and you're not just doing it because people are telling you that's what success looks like, or that's what being an adult looks like, or going out on your own and create. Like, I think that we should allow people to go out on their own and be who they are. And if those things come in due time and you feel like you're ready for that, then pursue it when you're absolutely ready and you know that's what you want to do, as opposed to just pushing people out the door and saying tether yourself to a human because you need to procreate. And I just think that that's not realistic. And I think that the women, we do ourselves a disservice by doing that.